Shout out to Hippie Chopper Corner. My boy Flathead Custom Cycles, my channel. As always, peace out. Cue the dancing girls. Dun, 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 dun. Da 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 da. Continue, girls. Dun, 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 dun. Peace out. That was for you, Slick.
Alright guys, I had to do a little shop maintenance, get this area straightened up so I can do the first burn of the season. Then I can go get a cord of wood, well, half a cord. I don't need that much, it's a small little wood stove, but it heats up my fab shop nicely. So let's go for the first burn of the season. Alright, let's let that go. Let's get the draft going. Okay, she's running full steam ahead now. Get it nice and hot, burn all that creosote out of the stack pipe. Especially if you had this in a house. They can be dangerous if you don't clean your flue pipe. Get all that creosote out of it. Alright, that's enough of this. Let me get to work on the panhead. Alright guys, I gotta show you something real quick. The first thing you seen me do in that time-lapse segment is I checked the points gap. The points gap, you put the fiber bar on the high point on a lobe and you check with, you know, how the gap on the points. And it's with a panhead, you're supposed to set it at 20 thousandths. And it's okay. It's a little loose, but it's right about 20 thousandths. you got to have a slight drag on a feeler gauge of 20 thousandths. So that was okay. So the next step I was going to do is actually check the timing mark and check the timing on the opening of the gap. And, you know, with the bike in fourth gear, I have it jacked up. I was spinning the back wheel. Yeah, you want to put your push rod tubes up. But check this out, what I found. This thing is severely jacked up. So, I'm getting it on the front cylinder compression stroke, you know, top dead center with the line in the window over there. And you got, these two would be closed together, right? You'd have your exhaust and your intake closed, and you'd be able to spin this, right? Well, look at the exhaust valve. It's falling the hell out. Look, I could take it out. That's freaking crazy. Check it out. Figures the first panhead I get my hands on is all jacked up. These two are tight because we're on top dead center compression stroke up here. So you'd want to see these two loose. And look at this bitch. I can't believe it. That's insane. It's unreal. Look at that. And you can see, okay, you have this, the bottom is the stop nut. And then you have the lock nut and then the adjusting nut. And it has all that threads in the middle, right? Look at this one. I'm sorry about my light. Let me turn on the light. I don't have the GoPro light. It's charging up right now. But look at that. They're all together with no threads. That's why it's all loosey-goosey and falling the hell out. As you can see, all three of them are similar, you know. But that is insane. And it's in, look at that. Wow. Let me get my GoPro camera charged up so I get better videos going on. Let me move forward here. Let me at least adjust this properly and then see what happens. All right, it's a couple days later. Welcome back, YouTube. What's up, Sky? What are you doing? All right, I'm going to take a pause from this wrenching video, which I don't mind doing because wrenching videos are boring. I'm going to take the Flathead out for a quick ride. It's so beautiful out. But where I'm at is I got the, hang on a minute, I have the panhead timed perfectly to just start to open at the timing mark, front cylinder with the timing mark in the, I hope you can see it, 1 o'clock position. Let me grab a flashlight. With the timing mark aligned in the 1 o'clock position just before top dead center. That's what the manual says to do. That's lined up. When you're on the compression stroke, that lines up with the fiber bar, the hash mark there. And when you're in full advanced, that mark on the timer base lines up with the adjustment plate. And these, you can move freely now. So that means that they're both closed, the valves. So I just adjusted that, which had walked its way down to crazy looseness. So now, one last test I want to do is my timing light. Not timing light, I'm sorry. One last thing I want to do is put a test light on the distributor there, circuit breaker, and prove the light comes on just as it opens up, or vice versa, I forget. But anyway, I need to run out and get a test light because I blew mine out. I've blown out the bulb. I've been too lazy to order new bulbs for it, so I'll just go buy a new one at an auto parts store. Plus I need beer because I'm a raging alcoholic. We all know that. So let's jump out on the Flathead because wrenching videos are boring. Let me pull this thing out, check the oil, check the trans oil, put a little air in the tires, and let's get it. Okay, she's all prepped and ready to go. Put gas in her, check the oil, check the trans oil, put a little bit of air in the tires. So let's do it. Let's put the full choke on, you know, the deal. Let's open up the fuel. Make sure she's getting down in the bowl. Okay, fuel's on. She is in the retard position. Alright, let's give her 2 prime kicks at 100% throttle. That's 1, 2. Let's open her up just a hair, 2 clicks. Oh, this phone. Let's go hot. And let's fire her up at quarter throttle. Welcome back, guys. So like I said, I'm going to go up to a local auto parts store and get a test light. Mine had blown up, blew out the bulb a while back. Besides that, you know, I told Vic what was going wrong with his Panhead, and I said, your battery's dead right now, I can't even fire it up. So I'm charging his battery now. I have a 6-volt charger. And I asked him how old he thought his gas was in there. So he said, yeah, you should probably dump it. So I also got to dump the gas, which I dread. I hate dumping gas. I always make a mess. But I got to do those 2 things, so that's why I'm going to take a break and go for a ride. Now, you don't need to use a test light. I have used I use my good voltmeter from work. It has an audible sound for ohms when you have continuity. So if you hook that meter up, and if you have alligator clips, if you hook the meter up to the timing base, and then the other side of the contact bar, it'll make a beeping sound when it's closed. The contacts are closed. And then when you go around, as you get to the high point, it'll start to open up and the beeping noise will go away. Just as if you had a test light on it with the light being on or off. There'll be beep on or beep off. But anyway, there's a million ways to do things. It's just how I do it. But this gives me a reason to go get a test light. I needed to replace it anyway. might have already seen the pumpkin run video that I put out, because the pumpkin run was on Saturday, and I filmed there. It was a good time. It's a swap meet, car show, bike show, truck show. It's everything show. It's crazy big. Lots of people, lots of cars. There was a decent amount of bikes. But it's primarily a car thing. But anyway, I had a good time there. Me and Billy messing around with people. I met a subscriber, really cool guy, Bob, that has a 52 Panhead and 3 other bikes that he had there with him. He might have more. But he was a really nice guy, so I hope he sees this. And that we were only messing with you, playing around with you in the beginning intro. I'm sure he's not mad. I'm sure he has a sense of humor. And then I met the young 24-year-old YouTuber. Lives in South Jersey. His channel is Dirty Jersey. He does riding video vlogs. And he films other things too, besides just riding. But he's just getting started out. So go check him out. I'm taking it a long way to the auto parts store, just because I want to go for a ride. That reminds me, I gotta get oil for this bike. I gotta get 50 weight oil. Gotta stock up. I'm all out of it. Luckily, this tank is full. If I want to take old Greenie out, the 70 XLCH, I'm going to need some oil. I got to check old Black Betty's oil, so they're all going to use 50 weight oil this time of year, this temperature. I think it's 60 degrees out right now. To hit 500 miles on this rebuilt engine, so I'm going to have to get in there and check my pushrod tubes, check the lash on them. I used to fish in that lake. New Jersey. This is the next town over from me. A lot of family that used to live in here. I think I lived in here. We lived with our aunt, my mom, and us for a little bit. My Aunt Nora. sometimes my shift handle will vibrate and make this little buzzing noise. It'll vibrate on the shift gate. So I'll just reach down and keep my hand on it. I hate it sometimes. I can't wait to see, I already know what it is, but I can't wait till you see Hippie's Chopper Corner, the big surprise he has. By the time you see this video, you probably already saw the big surprise. It's really awesome. Can't wait. I ever turn my light on, and that's the charging circuit too. So all that time I was just riding there, it wasn't charging the battery up. Idiot! Chill out, car. Stay where you're at. Alright, let's stop at this first auto parts store. Right up here. See if they got a test light. And it has to go down to 6 volts as well. That's the other problem. Right here. She's in neutral. Alright, talk to you in a minute. Okay, they managed to have everything I need. Got me a new test light that does 6 volt to 12 volt. I needed to get the wire type of spark gapper and an extraction pump for when you overfill shit and whatnot, whatever. So, let me stuff this in the backpack. Just checking over the old Flatty. She's nice and dry. The bronze braze held up. She's got a nice size, the size I want to see, puddle leaking from the chain oiler, which is down in here, comes into your primary, drips on your chain as you're riding, and then comes out a hole in the back of the primary there. This is a dry clutch system. Alright, let me pack up and get to the liquor store. I think I might go riding later on with my brother Joe and our buddy Stelzy, with those two chopper nerds, the Big Dog chopper and the American Iron Horse chopper. That's a big maybe. They said this evening. I don't know how. I'd rather go home and continue editing and work on the Panhead. Alright, I'll see you on the road. Alright, liquor store's over here. Good on whiskey. I just got a brand new bottle yesterday. Making a left turn, people. Alright, I'll see you guys. I'm back on the road. Okay, that liquor store didn't have my particular brand that I wanted. I won't mention its name until they want to use me as their official alcoholic ambassador. But that just gives me an excuse to ride to a further liquor store that I frequent to get what I need. Anything for a longer ride, I'm in. I could stop anywhere, like this place here on the left. I could get the bottles that in the brand that I need, but I want cans because it fits on my back easier in the backpack. I hate the heavy bottles. I want cans. This is like a college town. These are dorms, and as my buddy Large always said, when we ride past universities, I smell freshmen. There it is. I smell the freshmen, Large. That's when we would ride down to the Union Hotel in Port Deposit, Maryland, like a 2-hour ride just to go drinking at a bar. And we would ride through the University of Delaware, and he would always say funny shit like that. Down in that street there is the old neighborhood I grew up in. riding and wrenching on bicycles, building and rebuilding BMX freestyle bicycles. Always loved two wheels. I think I had a 1987 or 88 GT Performer. That bike, oh shit, is worth like $4,000 right now if I would have held on to it from a kid. It's funny, the value of those bicycles went up. I love that bike too. So I can't for the life of me remember where it went. Like, I saved up all my paper route money to get that thing, because back then it might have been, I don't know, $300 for this all chrome GT Performer. 87, 88, I can't remember. All the freestyle accessories on it. And I was the man in the neighborhood. I did all the freestyling tricks. Me and my brother Joey watched all those movies. The movie Rad in the 80s. Oh, that was our favorite movie. And I can remember in like 9th grade, I'd ride around with this one kid that was sponsored, and we'd go do freestyle tricks in the in parking lots, and people would gather around and watch us. Alright, let me stop geeking out on freestyle bicycles. Then I got to be like 15, 16, got laid and discovered cars and screwed little kid stuff at that point. Go straight. I'll see you guys when I come out. Okay, that place had what I needed. They never let me down. But listen, my camera's about to die, so I'm going to probably end it right here. The next time you see me, we'll probably be starting the Panhead. We're attempting to start it. I'm going to try kicking it. I told Vic, the owner, that I would try kicking it over first before I pull the carburetor and clean it up. And he's ordering me up a carburetor rebuild kit right now anyway. So alright, I'll talk to you guys later.